So what's been happening is that you can see the grade of this yard. This is an unusual spot in Florida. There's actually a hill. That's why they call it Spring Hill, I think. But typical problem, the same as you would find, in any other major city. Water comes pouring down this hill, just races down the hill. There's a retaining wall that helps slow it down, but you can see the erosion that's been taking place. Homeowner actually went out and bought some sandbags. That's what's laying right here, because water had been coming across this little patio. This drain that they put in goes nowhere and just pouring into his garage. And it's all from this hill. When it rains hard, it just pours down here. So solution is, what we're going to do is put in some easy flow pipe, which is the peanut pipe. It's 4-inch slotted pipe, perforated, surrounded by styrofoam peanuts encased in a fabric. We'll put another catch basin right here. Line will come around. We'll put another catch basin here. This is still all easy flow, coming around until the easy flow runs out, about 40 feet, which is somewhere right over in here. Then we switch to solid pipe because we've collected that water, and we'll trench this all the way around where you saw Chuck digging in the front. So another great project for the do-it-yourselfer. Save yourself, $3,000 or so doing it yourself. Materials are costly though. That easy flow pipe, it's $5 a foot. So we're putting in 40 feet there. You can see that just material on that, a little over $220 or so to put that in. And again, it's a humid morning, typical morning wherever you live, but here in Florida it's really humid. And you can see we just start getting covered with sweat right away. So let's go ahead and keep digging and get our trench installed. Easy flow drain pipe is a great material, and it does work a little bit better than gravel in some situations. Couple drawbacks. One is that it's costly. The second is that you're going to have to dig a little deeper and a little wider to install it, because it's 8 inches wide, same size as your shovel. So you've got to dig it a little bit more than normal, but here again, it's well worth the savings when you're doing it yourself. So we're going to come back through the trench and just go a little bit deeper. Remember to work backwards. It's the fastest way to dig. You dig out 5 or 6 feet, and then you come back and you scrape it using your body weight like this. Just put it against your body, push it, get a full shovel, and lift it out. Pretty simple. So we're going to continue this all the way back until we have it all trenched and excavated, and then we're ready to lay pipe. So cutting the easy flow, styrofoam and peanuts, when you cut it, the peanuts are going to come out all over the place. Not much you can do about it. Just go ahead and cut clear through. Get that fabric cut. One way or another. Manufacturer says to put a zip tie around it. That's fine too. Another option to do it if you don't have a zip tie is you can take a piece of string. This is the string that holds your pipe together. Works really good for lots of applications. And we just tie that together to seal it off. Same thing as a zip tie. Peanuts can just go right back in your trench. They're not any, just like gravel. Clean it up. And the reason I'm cutting that is because we're going to install our first catch basin right here. Okay, so we've got our peanut pipe installed. This is easy flow pipe is what it's called. It's 4-inch perforated pipe surrounded by styrofoam peanuts encased in a fabric to help keep some of the silt out. Line starts there in the corner, comes down. We've put a catch basin here because remember, what's been happening is water's coming down this hill across and right in through the garage. The builders put in a small basin on the other side, but actually it doesn't go anywhere, so it didn't do any good. But this is going to pick up the water here. The line travels around. We put another catch basin over here in the low spot, attach the downspout. Deeper and deeper because we're digging through grade, so the line goes fairly deep. Another catch basin here right in front of the lanai patio door. We'll put a riser on that to bring it up to grade. Then we switch to solid pipe. We've collected all the water. We still have one more downspout to dig right here. We'll put a T on it there. Line comes around, picks up another downspout. Underneath of a lot of sprinklers, all kinds of stuff in the way right here. And travels all the way out, picking up one more downspout at the corner, all the way out to the street. So when you're installing these round catch basins, you can see how deep our line is. We're down here about 2 feet. You can easily go and get an extension. This is 6-inch PVC. It's actually SDR 35, but it's just 6-inch PVC. We're going to cut this off to grade so that we can put our basin, our lid, our grate right there on the top. Okay, so we have the system installed. You can see the easy flow. This is a peanut pipe, styrofoam peanuts surrounded by the, perforated pipe surrounded by styrofoam peanuts. A couple of catch basins to help pick it up. The surface water. Remember, surface water is collected by catch basins. Subsurface water is collected by the French drain. Riser on the riser up here on this catch basin, switch to solid, and goes all the way around to the front to a pop-up. Now we're backfilling. So really the hardest part about this job is moving soil, and basically we're lucky we've got a place to dump the soil back up there on the top, and we're going to take away a little bit more of this, but most of this just gets knocked down because of sand, and he's going to put pavers back here and things like that. So again, let's review the system. We've got gravel perforated pipe, although we used easy flow, which is a perforated pipe surrounded by styrofoam peanuts, so we call it P-pipe. We put in a new catch basin right here, more styrofoam pipe, peanut pipe, easy flow, another catch basin. Easy flow runs all the way around. It picks up a downspout, continues on around. This is all French drain, clear over to this catch basin. From here, it changes to solid, and it runs all the way around, picking up all the downspouts, because that roof puts out a lot of water too, so we want to gather as much water as possible. And the reason our line veers off to the side is you can see the mound of grass. That's the septic tank, so we had to come around that, and we went all the way out to the street where we've got a pop-up on there. And this mound will settle down the first rain. Remember, this is sand. We are in the Tampa Bay area, so it rains quite frequently here in the afternoon, almost every day. It's going to discharge right here in the pop-up, and then it's going to run on down the street to a storm drain down at the corner. Okay, so now we just final blow off. We've got the dirt mounded back up on the trench, graded off, and don't worry about the excess. If you have this kind of excess, this will all just wash down. There's not much sod here, so we just left it to grade it to fill in the low spots. Everything's hooked up and goes all the way around to the front and discharges out at the street. System should work really, really good. So if you're planning a project like this was about 200 feet, and it's a long ways. This took us two guys. It took us about, what time is it, 11? It took us about 3 hours to install this, and it's all done, cleaned up, all done. If you're doing it yourself, it might take you a better part of the day, but what a great project to save a lot of money and get a nice workout. You can see we're sweating bad here, but it's just a day, is all it is. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.